Hi butterfly, welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, this light. Hi butterflies, welcome back to my channel. In case you're new here, I'm Lydia, and if you're not new, thank you so much boo for coming back today. So in today's video, it's going to be a client makeup tutorial. So I've not done any of these on my channel before, so I'm currently still expecting her, and I hope I'll be able to film till the end. There's currently light right now, but I don't know if light is going to stay for me to film everything, but I'm going to teach you how I do my makeup on clients. So if you like to see what I have to show you, please keep on watching, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel as well. I'm currently waist training with Get Fit. This is their size medium. You can get from their website if you want to get. I have a code with them, it's LYDIA10. I just fit into this. You'll see me talk about it in my blog, so look out for that. But I couldn't fit into this after December's shopping and January beginning of the year, but I'm happy I'm back now. I'm going to wait for my client to come, and when she comes, we're going to start doing her makeup. Her name is Hannah, and she's a client. We've done her makeup severally already, so today I'm going to be doing her makeup. She has a shoot she's going for. This is me showing you my skills as a makeup artist. So my makeup artist page is LYDIA STANLEY Studio, and I always post, let me not lie, I don't always, but I post clients there. You'll see her there. She's made a few appearances. Let's get into this video. I'm starting off with this J-Lux brow thingy. Introduce yourself first of all. Tell us about you.
Okay, hi. My name is Hannah Tinubu, and I'm a student, University of Buckingham. But right now, due to the COVID-19, we're only doing online classes. I'm in my 3rd year studying biomedical science. I'll soon be done, thank God. And right now, I do a modeling gig, and so when it started in 2020, I was in UK then. I was about traveling back to Nigeria for Easter break when they cancelled all the flights and they closed the border. Me and my mom were meant to travel back in April 2020, but they closed the border.
I was going to apply those to like the places on her face that has the most spots.
And we were stuck there for 5 months. And in UK, their rules, they are so strict. You can only go out to buy food.
I'm using a mix of Nuban Beauty and Juvias Place for her foundation. This brush is from Real Techniques. It's the Insta Pop Face brush.
I love doing my makeup at LYDIA STANLEY. She is the best. Literally the best. She gets my angles, my face, everything that I like, she does it. So patronize LYDIA STANLEY, and please follow her on her YouTube page as well. She makes great content. And if you guys are looking for a model or any modeling gig, I'm always here. And my contacts are below. I also write storybooks and novels.
You do?
Yeah, I do. I've written like 7 children's storybooks. I have a novel that's getting published right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you're interested in reading my book, just send me a DM. And I'll deliver it to you worldwide. But do you travel for makeup?
I do. I used to, but like you know how now everywhere is not safe in Nigeria.
Okay.
So I'm very critical about where I'm going to.
But if it's Abuja, do you travel to?
Yeah, I go to Abuja. Very easy to go to ABJ.
Yeah, just get the train.
Yeah.
Yes.
I use a mix of the Uoma Beauty one and the Too Faced Born This Way one. And I'm just using this to kind of spread out the excess first before I blend it. I'll still go in with a little bit of a lighter concealer just to still lighten up this look, but I like to highlight in layers rather than place all the light concealers on her face at once. So I'm going to go ahead and just place a lighter one inside her inner corner just so it helps me highlight the most, and I'm bringing it also towards her nose to make it look a lot more slimmer. So for her contour, I'm going to be using my Juvias Place Concealer. It's a foundation in Katsina. This is what I'll be using for her contour. I like to actually rub this out on my sleeve. I'm just going to apply that very lightly on her face just to make sure that it gives me the shade I want, but without taking away from her face. So you can see there's a contour coming from here, and then here there's no contour, so that place is like looking snatched already. I'm going in with cream blush. Without tapping out, you want to make sure that you have your paper towel with you to wipe off the excess, because what you don't need is excess blush sitting on the face. We're going for like a fresh face look. I'm going to be setting her face using the Huda Beauty powder in Blondie. I'm just going to use this brush from Morphe. I'll dip it in and then lightly set before I bake. Look up please. Make sure that at this step you go in with your beauty blender, because if you just set it on like lines and creases, that's how they'll stay. Then the under eye won't be smooth. You look like you want to sleep.
No.
So I'm going to press it in with even a bit more powder, Nuban Beauty. And then for me, this powder just adds all the smoothness I want underneath the eye. This combination that I like to do. I'll go into all the areas I want to kind of like lighten up. On more of that powder from Alabaster and set everywhere of her face now. This powder is truly translucent, so I'm just going to use that to set everything before I start to blend her contour with how much powder I'm using. Nigeria is hot, so you have to make sure you set everything. If not, your client's makeup won't last. So I'll be using a mixture of CoverGirl bronzer, and then this palette is the Zulu palette from Juvia's Place. I'll be mixing this brown and this red, so this is what I'm doing. Don't be afraid to mix powders when creating a look. This brush I'm using is from Belt, and I'm just using it to place that same warm colors in her temples so that it kind of acts as a bronzer for her. I'll use this same powder from Nuban Beauty. Dip it in here. This blender is from Alabama Beauty brand. I'll put it in the description box. Her contour now. This will stay here and bake a bit, but I'm not worried about that leaving a line because this powder is truly translucent from Nuban Beauty. Sorry, turn this way for me. This is from Blot Beauty. It's their brow pomade. And then this is from the Beauty Line by Didi. It's their brow pencil. I'll use this pomade to get out the outline I want. As you're getting the outline, you blend it out. So this is how her brows look just with one dip of the brow pomade. I love to use this brow pomade. This brush is like in all those Bobbi Brown brush sets. Called Eversheen. I saw Sandra LYDIA Beauty using this. So how I like to use it, it was from how I found out about it. How I like to use it is just to add darkness just a bit. You can see how that has darkened that nicely, and then I'll just outline the brows. Like I'm very light-handed with this. This is the Blush Brow product. It's in the shade Light Coffee. I'm going to use that and go on top of her hairs. This will give her eyebrows like a 3D effect. Let it lightly touch some of those hairs. So I concealed in 3 parts. Here is like the lightest one, the middle shade, and the dark one. I'll mix these two together. They go towards the edge, then just so that the eyebrow doesn't have one straight line. So guys, the power supply got cut off and I lost my footages because of that, but basically I was already done with the brows before that happened, and that's why you're not seeing me define it with concealer. I just put the lightest one on the middle part of the arc and then the other ones on the sides, just to make sure that the brow has a gradient. As you can see right now, I'm going into P. Louise base. This is my absolute favorite base for priming the lids. I'm just going to tap that on there, and as I'm tapping it on, I'm blending it out. I'm using a double-sided brush. This brush is not named. I'm going into my Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette, and I'm going to be using that brown shade there first as my transition color. Basically, with eyeshadow, you want to be intentional about placing the colors, okay? So you see me stamping on the colors first before I'm going out to blend it. This is how I get my eyeshadow to look very 3D, very nice, very fluffy, very pigmented. So I stamp that on first, and you can see me blending that out. This motion now is a windshield wipe motion, and I'm quite fast when blending, but please feel free to take your time to blend out your eyeshadow. I'm going into a darker brown now. As you can see, I love to mix colors, guys. Don't be afraid of mixing. And after blending out those first browns I placed, I'm now going into that first brown to blend this color. You see how we're creating depth in the eyeshadow without really, like, you know, making it look harsh. Going into my Morphe palette now, taking those 2 colors, I'm just blending out the top, the transition part, just to make everything really fluffy. I would go in still to define the eyes more, but these steps are really important and crucial. Now I'm using a very tiny bullet brush from Evita Joseph, and I'm going in with that same brown color from the Juvia's Place palette, and I'm placing this right in her crease. This is going to make the eye shape really defined and look really professionally done, all still while not having any harsh lines on the eyes. So it's just about color play, color placement, how you want your eyeshadow to look, how you want your, you know, finished product to look. I'm going in now to define the brows more because I kind of lost that highlights on the brows while blending out the colors, and that's how the brows and the eyes look now. So I'm going to just go ahead and bring in those colors to the side of her nose. If you're doing eyeshadow with a product or color that is close to the skin tone, do this and you definitely see the difference. Going into my palette now, the LYDIA STANLEY palette, I'm going in with Dimmer and Precious, and these two are shimmery shades. Precious is a more gold shimmer shade, and Dimmer is a more rose gold shade. I'm mixing those two and stamping it on her eyes first. The key here is to always stamp on your colors, then go in to blend those colors. That's how you get pigment with your eyeshadow, guys. That's how you get pigment. So after that's done, I'm going to go ahead and blend out more like the transition colors so that there's no harsh line between the shimmer colors I just placed and the, you know, the other color there. Using this Luster Cosmetic glue, I love it so much for glitter. It's amazing. I'm just going to go ahead and tap that on there first and tap on my glitter. You'll see me do it better in the other eye. This brush I'm using is from Nuban Beauty. It's the fluffy eyeshadow brush. Tapping on the glue first. Now I'm going to tap on the glitter. While tapping on glitter, you want to make sure that you're also blending it out. Yes, they are more chunky, but there's a way you place them and they just create a very harsh line on the face. You want to avoid that at all costs. So tap and blend, until you get your desired outcome. I'm going in to highlight my inner corner and I'm just using regular highlighter for that. I just tap that in, and then now for eyeliner. The thing with eyeliner is that once I'm doing a glitter look, I'm most likely going to do the eyeliner first, but because I was doing a tutorial here, I wasn't really focused, so I forgot that and did the glitter first. That's why the eyeliner was really chunky and really difficult to do. But my advice for you, my tip would be to do eyeliner first, then go in with your glitter. That way you'll find it more easier to do your eyeliner, especially when doing glitter eyeliner looks. But I still got it on. It just took a lot more time than it would have if I was just doing eyeliner first before glitter. So next up, we're going to line her waterline, and I'm still using the same gel liner I used. It's from Inglot 77, my absolute favorite. And yeah, that's just what I'm doing now, outlining her lower lash. After this, we're going to go into eyeshadow for the lower lashes, and I'm still going to use the same browns I used up, down. Take your time and do this so you do not poke your eye out or your client's eye, but this just makes all the difference. If you want it even more smoky, you can go in with black just really close to the lash line, but this was what the client wanted, so I gave that to her. I'm using my favorite mascara now, Huda Beauty Legit Lash, and these lashes are from Glam something. I'm going to leave it linked in the description. The style name is Komi, and that's what I'm going to be using on the client today. I have 2 eyelash tutorials on my channel. You can check that out if you have difficulty fixing eyelashes. But I'm basically just going to put that on there. I use Sopro lash glue. That's my absolute favorite glue. I don't show it because the packaging is just so messed up. It's not cute, but that's my favorite lash glue. It just sticks on the lash once and you're good to go. That's always been my lash glue, guys. So I just put on the lash, and after that, later on, I'm going to still go in to blend her real lashes with her falsies with mascara. But I just wanted you guys to see the difference first, because most people don't understand why you have to put the lashes on and still put mascara. It's so that the lash it looks the same with the falsies you've placed on, and these lashes really brought out the eye look, guys. Moving on, I'm going to go into my mineral finishing powder. And basically, I'm just going to use that to dust off the excess underneath the eyes. This is also going to help me take off, falling eyeshadows while not disrupting the smoothness underneath the eye. This brush too is from Vicabel. Most of my brushes are from Vicabel, and they do incredible brushes. So check them out. I'm going to leave them linked down below. Now I'm going back to emphasize my blush and bronzer using that Zulu palette. I love it so much. So this brush as well is from Vicabel, and it's just very fluffy. I love how tapered it is. I'm just stamping those colors on the side of her face just to make it look really bronzed and really nice, just emphasizing what was there before. You can see the difference on each side now that I've done that. It just makes the color more prominent on the cheeks. So I'm going into the other side right now to do that, and this whole process is just so therapeutic for me. I love shaping out people's faces. I love when the contour and blush and everything is just really seamless and nice. Yeah. still using all the same colors I used, guys. So I'm barely putting that color on the nose. You'll see it define the nose, but you won't see it become harsh. Silly setting spray from Nuban Beauty. I love this so much, especially when I'm not doing a client's makeup that has extremely oily skin. This just melts in the makeup, makes it look a lot more like skin, like it does the job perfectly. And yeah, drying that up right now, and we're going to go into mascara now, and you see me trying to blend that out and also reapply on the lower lash just to make sure that it shows up better. If you like and your client likes, you can fix lower lashes as well. I'm using brow pomade to define her lips. I love doing this, especially for clients, because it does not make the lipstick bleed. It's also a very nice brown shade, so it's better to use it, in my opinion, to blend out the nude lips, just so that, you know, it just looks nice. I love how neutral the shade is and how dark it is, so that's what I use. I don't have a lip pencil that gives me this. And you know how when you're doing clients' makeup, you just do not want to be stressing them out to stretch their lips so the pencil can show up. I can literally just draw on the definition I want with the brow pomade, if that makes sense. I'm using a mix of those 3 lipsticks you saw me show, just nude lips, and then this Younger Beauty gloss is so pretty. I'm going to go ahead and stamp that on first, then blend it out with the butt of a brush, and then add gloss to the lower part as well. It's a pretty simple lip, but I just wanted the lower part to be darker, the upper part to be darker than the lower part. I'm so sorry for how the light kept changing in this tutorial, guys. The weather was not favorable, and the power supply, the generating set, couldn't carry all my lights properly. So yeah, highlighter now. I like to stamp it on first with that bullet brush, and then I'll go in and blend it out with a fluffy brush from Nuban Beauty, which you'll see in a bit. That's how I like to apply my highlighter. And when someone doesn't have, I'm blending it out now. When someone doesn't have prominent cheekbones, I honestly do not like to, apply highlighter on the face. Like, just doesn't look nice to me. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching my tutorial. I hope you enjoyed. Give me a comment, leave comments down below with your butterflies. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe as well. Would you like to see more tutorials like this? Let me know. I love you all so much. Bye.